Let's move on to the next fight that we have between Irene Aldana versus Karol Rosa. This is going to be still on the prelims here. Irene Aldana, 14-7. She is 3-2 actually in her last five. She's coming off of that dominating loss, but off of Amanda Nunez, the GOAT, to send her off into retirement there. She is 35 years old, and she's fighting against Karol Rosa, 17-5. She's 3-2 in her last five. She's coming off of that decision split victory over Yana Santos. She'll be the younger fighter here at 28 compared to 35 for Aldana, and she'll be the slightly smaller fighter in terms of reach advantage. But she does. Irene has a 4-inch height advantage here. Right now, odds for this fight: Irene Aldana is a minus 220. She opened up at a minus 163 for this fight. To me, Aldana has good, solid boxing. I think that she's pretty good hands, actually. She's able to pump out a good volume, work in some counters. She has good just movement around the cage as well. Aside from her boxing, she has a decent leg kick that she uses to mix it up. I also think that this is not going to sound that great, but she is a decent grappler even after that loss with Amanda Nunez. I mean, that's just what the GOAT does to people. Amanda just dominated her in terms of the grappling there. She can be held down for long periods of time, but I do like that she's active off her back and can threaten with strikes and the sub every now and then. If you watch her fight with Macy Chiasson, I think she finished that fight with like a crazy kick to the liver or something when she was on the ground. So I think that in this fight against Karol Rosa, who's an active striker on the feet, good pressure, cardio to pump out volume on her opponents, her pressure striking does lead to her having a below average striking defense at 48%. But, Rosa is also a decent grappler. I think that she is also more of an offensive grappler, which she could use in this fight. However, I think that she mainly uses that clinch work and the cage work in her grappling to overwhelm smaller opponents. And Aldana is going to be the bigger girl here. So I'm leaning Aldana by decision because of her size and just her overall boxing. I do like the over 2.5 here as a parlay piece. So right now the over 2.5 is minus 350, I believe. I think that is safe to parlay. So the pick here is Aldana by decision, but I like the over 2.5 here. Alex, what do you think about Aldana versus Karol Rosa here?
So I like Aldana in this matchup. I think Rosa is a bit too stationary for an opponent like Aldana. Um, I know Aldana had a really poor performance, like you mentioned in her last fight, but that's Amanda, and she kind of does that to everybody. So
Yeah,
um, kind of give her a pass for that one. Um, so yeah, I just think this is a much better matchup for Aldana. She'll be able to utilize her calf kicks to set up her hands. And yeah, I think she's just going to be too much for Rosa.
for sure. What do you think about the over 2.5? Do you think it's too juiced, or would you play it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think the reason I don't know is because I would rather just bet Aldana
Got
as
it.
opposed to the over 2.5. But that's me.
Awesome. That makes sense.